Hello and welcome back for another 50 States of Food cooking video. This is a collaborative effort I've been doing with Heather from the Pixel Gamer Girl channel. We have slowly been cooking our way through all 50 of the United States. Today's stop finds us in the Show Me state of Missouri. It became the 24th state admitted into the Union on August 10th, 1821. And today, as you can tell, I am not in my kitchen. I am actually here joining Pixel in her own kitchen, where we're going to be cooking the very last of the two 50 state videos together. Today we're going to be doing the Gooey Butter Cake from Missouri. I'll be starting off with 1/4 cup of warm milk that I heated up in the microwave until it reached about 100 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'll be adding in 2 teaspoons of yeast and just sprinkling that across the side. I'm going to let that set for about 5 minutes over to the side. Meanwhile, in the bowl of a stand mixer, I'm going to be adding in 3 tablespoons of sugar and 3/4 teaspoon of salt, along with 6 tablespoons of room temperature butter. Alright, using a paddle attachment, I'm going to cream this for about 3 minutes or until it's light and fluffy. Now that the egg has been fully incorporated, I'm going to start adding in 1 3/4 cup flour in 3 increments. I'll start off with about 1/3 of it. After that's incorporated, I will add in about half of the milk yeast mixture. And once that's added in, I'll add in an additional 1/3 of the flour, the last of the milk and yeast, and then the end of the flour. With the last addition of flour mixed in now, I'm going to let this go for an additional 5 minutes on a number 2 setting on the stand mixer. After 5 minutes, I removed the dough from the stand mixer and I've divided it in half and placed it into the bottom of a 8 by 8 inch cake pan that's been well buttered. I'm just going to gently start pressing this out until it's all the way up into the corners. If you're having a little bit of resistance or anything, just cover it for about 15 minutes and allow the dough to relax, and then come back and try and spread it out a little bit more. Now that we have this spread out, we're going to allow it to set covered with saran wrap for 2 hours to allow it to rise. I still have about 15 minutes of rise time on the bottom part of the cake, but I want to go ahead and start making the gooey topping. And to do that, I'll start off by adding 2 cups of granulated sugar. I just added in 1/4 cup plus 1 tablespoon of light corn syrup, 3/4 teaspoon of salt, and 1 cup of butter, which is 2 sticks that have been left out till room temperature. This now needs beaten for about 3 minutes until it's light and fluffy. After 3 minutes, our batter is starting to turn light and fluffy. I'm going to add in 2½ teaspoons of vanilla extract. And I have 2 eggs here. I'm going to add them one at a time, beating well in between each addition. Now that the eggs have been incorporated, I'll be adding in 1 1/4 cups of cake flour and 1/4 cup plus 1 tablespoon of room temperature whole milk. Now that the gooey topping is done, it gets divided evenly across the top of the 2 cakes. And then once you have it dolloped on top, it gets spread out to within 1/2 inch of the base layer. It will continue to spread as it bakes, which is what it's supposed to be doing. And now this is going to go into a 350 degree oven where it'll bake for 20 to 25 minutes. And then I will be removing it right at 25 minutes. You don't want to overbake this cake. It'll end up being dry, and that's not what we're looking for today. After baking for 25 minutes, the cake was removed from the oven and placed on a wire rack until it reached room temperature. And once it did, we've gone ahead and powdered it with some powdered sugar. And now all we have left to do is try it out. And I have to say, this thing looks absolutely amazing, and I cannot wait to dive in. Come on, ladies, jump in there with me. Yep. It is ooey and gooey on top. Oh, man, that looks so good. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's so good.
That is so freaking delicious.
It absolutely is. It is ooey and gooey in all the right places. It does kind of taste a little bit like butter, but in the right way. It's not like in your face butter, but it's got that underlying hint of it.
Almost like how a shortbread does. That underlying
Kind
butter
of, yeah.
flavor, yeah.
I really do like the gooey layer, and the base. It was so unique in any way I've ever cooked a cake before. I think this is something I will definitely be trying again. But sadly, this is going to be my last 50 states video. We have reached the end of them. And I've had a lot of fun along the way, had a lot of amazing food, and got to try some things that I never would have. But until the next time, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. And if you have, please leave me a comment down below. And as always, thank y'all so very much for joining me today. I've been Vlog Girl. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.